Okay, guys, I'm just going to entitle this Everything Seems Like a Joke Until It Isn't. Everything seems like a joke until it isn't. I've told you guys this story before of what launched me out into the deep. What launched me out into the scary place was in 2008, my father passed away with aggressive cancer in his body. And I say this because, for years I told my father, please, Daddy, stop smoking. Please. I didn't smoke at all. And he smoked Viceroys, right? And he would say, I'm going to die some kind of way. And that attitude bothered me often in life. And I was like, yeah, Dad, I'm going to die, but I want to make sure that before I die, I live. Remember I said that before you die, live. That's Bible. I shall not die, but live. And so it was in 2008. And unfortunately, it wasn't from ill preparation. My father did have insurance, and plenty of people did. Unfortunately, I'm going to teach you a little lesson about insurance. The reason why you have to have your policies renewed is because economies go up. So when this economy shot to the freaking roof like it has right now, and things went up 40%, literally, those elderly people that have those life insurance policies, now they're probably of age where they've had a few medical conditions and it's going to cost them even more to give the proper coverage for what they need, are now minimally covered, okay? They had great policies. In my dad's case, $100,000 policy, $200,000 policy. You think it's a lot until you start paying bills. It's nothing. And so here we sit with an annuity and $39,000, but here's my mom, and mama has dementia. I want you to do some research on glutathione and dementia and Alzheimer's patients. And then I need you to get back with me and tell me what you discover. So a lot of times I get asked this question, hey, Brian, why do you lead with Numi and NutraSwish and all this different stuff? The reason is simple, guys. Having a lot of money in your pocket, but not having the health to utilize it is frivolous. It's absolutely frivolous. And I know you can eat as much sea moss and all these other things. I'm telling you right now, I've done all of those things and nothing. Absolutely. Let me help you here. Nothing has been as good as what I've gotten out of Numi. Nothing. And I'd be a pig, a hog, to forbid you that. I'm serious. I'd be a pig, a hog, to forbid you that. I'm sitting in a Porsche. What kind of pig would say, no, I don't want you to be healthy. I'm healthy, but I don't want you to be healthy. I was having this conversation with Raphael early this morning. I said, I don't think people realize we're living in the Matrix. This is the Matrix. The machine is actually eating your body, Neo. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Neo? The machine's about to take you out, We got to get you unplugged, bro. So we can wake you up and let you know that something real is going on out here. And so having a conversation with Tom Vaughn yesterday, he talked about when they went to in Mexico, they were talking about Numi and NutraSwish as being an actual technology company. And it is. It is the hydrostat nanotechnology. Nanotechnology. Come on, Spider-Man. Wake up. Nano-sized. A minuscule particle is what it's saying, guys. Super, super, super tiny. That's what nano-sized means, okay? And so now you got this super, super tiny molecule going into your body, and it's doing the most effective change. It's making the most effective change to your body. Now, I can't speak on your body. I can't speak on behalf of the medical community. I don't know any of that stuff. That's not what even matters to me. What matters to me is the same thing that matters to you, myself. And when I saw the results in me, I said to myself, oh my God. Now, unfortunately, that $39,000 policy that was left over in that annuity was to take care of my mom, who now had dementia. And so my sister and I, who I will see at the wedding this week, actually, I'm probably going to drive her there on Thursday. My sister is a nurse, and we decided that, we didn't have the money to send mama to a nursing home. Because when I tell you guys I didn't have money in 2008, I'm telling you the truth. And then I said to my wife, I said, well, what are we going to do about your parents? Who, by the way, we moved out here. We have 4 houses out here, guys. 4. Okay. And we moved them out here. But at that time, we didn't have this money, right? None of this existed. And so what was the catalyst to get us to that point? Desperation was the catalyst that got us to this point, because we realized we were the only ones. We had conversation with other siblings, and they couldn't see beyond, I love them to death, but they couldn't see beyond the hand in front of their face. They couldn't. They were going to school and doing all these other things, but I'm like, what about the right now money? We got right now needs. You can go back to college and get an extra education, and I'm all for college. Don't get me wrong, but what are you going to do about your right now needs? What are you going to do about the right now needs of your body? What are you going to do about the right now needs of your family? And so I felt answering the question early was going to put us in a greater position. I'm so glad, I'm so thankful to God that we made the moves, that we moved right away. We didn't think, we moved. We launched like dogs. We just ran. We ran as fast and as hard as we possibly can. I went through 6 months of mourning, asking why me, taking a job and driving out to that side of town where the house was, and going back over those memories and digging through those things. 6 months of that. And I told God, I said, God, I don't think it's fair. My father spent all his life helping other people with their insurance, helping the other families stay prepared. As a matter of fact, the pastor even said, thank God he helped us save the roof when the tornado hit the church. And now here we sit, struggling. Please don't try to be a know-it-all. Don't try to know it all, guys. You'll get consumed. Don't do it. I was jokingly telling Raphael, I said, it's like Star Wars, except I don't think people realize what the evil empire is. We're the rebels, guys. And the fight we're fighting is for our lives, for our financial futures. That's what you're fighting for. And I find so few people that actually understand that that's really what we're fighting right now. There is no white horse coming to save you. We are the ones that we've been looking for. We are the ones we've been waiting on. It's you. That's why I keep telling you, go in the mirror. So, what I desired to do with Diamond VIP was to create a space and a room and a place of safety, but not comfort. Just safety, where you could take risk, but they're mitigated risk. And if you don't understand what mitigated means, you can look it up. Minimalized risk. That, obviously I could take more risk than you could take. So let me vet some certain things for you. It's not, you can do what you want to do, right? I don't care. And I've mentioned that. I've mentioned it before, and I've said there's others out there. It's not just me that sees the light on this. You got Clayton Sampson out there. He's doing it his way. You got Rabu Gary. He's doing it his way, right? And there's nothing wrong with reaching out to different people. There's nothing wrong. That's what you want to do. God bless you. But let me tell you what's different in our brand that you're not going to find anywhere else. We are BNI on steroids, Business Networking International on steroids, with a pool of people that are here waiting to help you in any area of your life. You remember that candy store you claimed you wanted? Yeah, I got people for that. You remember those funding resources you were looking for, and you were like, oh my God, I just hope and pray that there's some funding. We got resources for that. I'm just connecting you to my connections as much as I deeply can. And I'm continuing the frequency of connection. So I'm going to all these meetings, all to build the brand up for you. Now, if you don't take advantage of the brand, I can't help you. It's like being the girl at the dance, right? She wants to dance. She really wants to dance, right? But she keeps sitting down. She don't make herself available. People walk over to her and try to make conversation with her, and she waves them off. And then she wonders why, and she goes and writes a book about how lonely she is. No, sweetheart, you're not lonely. You just don't engage. And therefore you create your own loneliness. You are the reason you're lonely. And I would say to those that are looking for an opportunity, when I'm sitting here with 15 of them at this point, and I'm showing you where it is, guys, everything is about leverage, experience, and investing. That's what it's about. Leverage, experience, investing. When you look at that car, that DeLorean, guys, they're putting a $300 million dollar movie behind that DeLorean. And to give you a point of reference, Remember Me cost $1.5 million, roughly. You'll be able to see it on IMDb. They'll show you what the actual amount was. But at the end of the day, we took on the risk. It was my retirement money, guys. And I sit and I listen to you folks. Do you think I should do? You're scared. You know, it looks easy, right? Because you can say, oh, well, you got this. No, I've got higher debt. I pay bigger bills. I take greater risk. You always ask, man, I wonder if I could get that management job. I wonder if I could run the whole store. You could become the whole store. And therefore, you never have to ask permission. But you keep saying no. You're not ready to run the store because you're not ready to take the risk. I've shared this with you before. I'm from the automotive industry. I could have been a general manager. General managers don't get a regular paycheck. Don Pepperella could be owning his own business right now because he's running one called Mercedes-Benz Fort Mitchell. And he's balancing those books every single month. And he's taking the risk, but he's risking someone else's money. At some point, you're going to have to risk something. I've placed a lot of my money here. If you've not taken those risks, shame on you. We built this from air, from dust, from nothing. We're collaborating with Trenton Samuel because he did exactly the same thing with SMSS community. And in the same law of reciprocity, I'm paying for my social media, but what am I gaining out of it? A token. It's brilliant. What a brilliant way to do it. What a brilliant way to frame it. I mean, 90,000 particular eyeballs given an opportunity to take a look at it. On the end of Brereton, we're going to do that tap card, that chip card. Brereton's 26. Samuel's 33. Most of you are running around asking, what's wrong with the young people? I just gave you 2. Why aren't you supporting them? Just saying. So we're going to do the tap card. In his community, there's 200 additional thousand people. So that's 290,000 people, eyeballs, taking a look at whatever information I put out there. Some of the same information I've given to you, I've given to other people, and they've just been like, phenomenal, man. This is amazing. Because this information all comes from my heart. Guys, I'm a simple guy. I don't have time to embellish and make up dreams and visions of fairy tales. I don't do any of that. I just tell you the truth and let the truth rest. If the truth doesn't do anything for you or your heart or your mind, then I'm not the guy that can help you, right? Here's the truth as it stands. Here's how we do it. Here's integrity. You can bring me all your lies, and I'm going to deflate them. Time and chance will deflate every single lie. Every single one. This ain't the time for fun and games. This is the time to get busy. And I need you to understand that if the currency that we currently have flips to digital, most people are screwed. I hate using that word, but it's the truth. Most people are just completely and totally, utterly screwed. They're not, there's nothing they're going to be able to do. They're going to be in the back of the line. And I'm using these terms on purpose. You want to be in the front of the line? Get busy. Jump to the front of the line. Be ahead of the game, ahead of the curve. So when I purchased that DeLorean, I want you to understand how I think and what I purchased, okay? Invest, experience, right? Leverage. I have this Porsche. I don't have a token attached to this Porsche. I got to send it in for maintenance. Can't even drive it to Arizona because I can't get into maintenance quick enough because the microchip issue. Everything's backed up. Supplies are low. So it'll probably take a month to get my car fixed. Good for me, I got 4 of them. 4 cars. No problem. I don't need your service loaner, although I might take it if you give it to me. And get to drive a brand new Porsche. That'll be fun too. But the way it works is this, guys. My car is a depreciating item right now. Paid 58 for it. Certified pre-owned. Was it a year? I think it was a year old, something like that. All right, so we did that. It's a Cayenne. I called my wholesaler friend the other day, about a couple months ago, about a month and a half ago. He said, low-end book, wholesale book, backside of book, 41,000. Little quick math, that's $18,000. No, $17,000. I've had this car since 2019. It's 2022, getting ready to be 2023. So divide by 4. Take 48 and divide it by, take 48, that's 48 months, and divide it by 17,000. And that's technically, if I sold my car right now at wholesale book, what I will have paid. I think you come out to, it's like a 3-something payment. It's like not that much. Maybe 435, I think is what it came out to. So this is how you deduct quickly. $435 worth of usage every single month, plus, throw in my oil changes or whatever, so maybe we're at $450. So $450 a month and everything, and I've driven around a Porsche. What car can you lease for $450 a month? A Honda what? A Toyota what? Yet I consistently pull up in a Porsche. Every time I pull up in that Porsche, I bet you that Porsche gets me through more doors than that Honda or Toyota ever would. That's how I think. So when it comes to that DeLorean, so here's a DeLorean. So if you know, in 1987, John DeLorean used to work for GM. Okay? The DeLorean was in several Back to the Future movies. The new one hasn't even come out yet, but you can look at it. In May, they're going to release a movie with the car in it. Fast and Furious 10. Now, Brian is ahead of the game. Fast and Furious 10 comes out in May. What day is it now? It's October. How many months do we have? 7 going on 8 months. Okay? Before the rest of the world sees my car. The lady began speaking to me at the event, and she said, car was what I went to see, experience, right? I like cars. I like Lucid Air. I like that. And I'm still getting that Lucid too. And I'll come back to that. So car is what I love to see. So she said, yeah, DeLorean. I said, oh man, DeLorean. Oh, that's awesome. And so immediately in my mind, I started thinking about, what if I had some stars, some of the ones that do our movies and stuff, take photos with that car. I can enhance the value of my own car by myself. Now, through the company, I'm going to be purchasing that whole car in an NFT. They're only building 9,000 of those cars. So you know how companies have stock options? Investing. So my NFT, the token, is the only way I can purchase that car. Remember the Sam X token where I told you the same thing? You see how it's all coming into view? So now we got car that I physically have in my hand once I get that car delivered. Token, which I physically have in my hand, that's attached to my car. And now as the market goes, so does my token. And yet I still have the car. So I've got 2 items that I'm telling you will appreciate, whether you believe it or not. It's the matter of time before they appreciate it, especially living in Las Vegas. I know plenty of people that want to take pictures with my car, even if I just do photography with it. Hello, I only have to put miles on it. Same thing for my Lucid Air. These cars are marketing pieces. They're not just things I'm driving. I've got other cars. I don't care about that. They're photo ops. You know, YouTube, come on. Facebook, come on. TikTok, Instagram, all these different things that are out there. Yeah, I want to be ahead of the game. I know I'm 51. I don't care. I'm also a promoter. And I know to leverage things. So when I tell you to leverage, I'm giving you incremental change. Okay? You may not have the money to purchase the DeLorean, but nothing stops you from purchasing the DeLorean token. You may not have $1,500 to invest in Trenton's deal and be a VIP and actually get a lot more services when you do it. But you know what? You can still buy the token. You can put $50 in the token. You can put $100 in the token. And we can have that discussion and we can let him tell you what's really going on. It's go time, guys. It's go time. There's no mystery. You go back and look at all of the 2001, all the economic crises, and look at how those economies bumped. Would you like for me to do some numbers where I put them all together? Yeah, I think I probably will. I'll do some numbers where I put them all together because I think people sometimes get a little curious as to whether I'm telling you the complete and total truth because they still don't move. Novatech, wonderful company. Novatech is actually a beautiful company that you can press play. You don't even really have to invest. You don't anymore after you do that one time. All you have to do is compound every single week. It's a guarantee that the money will be there. We're talking 3 to 5 year play that way, which is perfectly fine. Anyone you refer to Novatech, though, you can actually build a team. So you can help them in referrals. Okay? You know about the PPP loans, right? They have something called ERC with the deadline of April 15th of 2025. We have a company that's out there that if you're willing to get in front of the business leaders, you can do that and you can get paid a percentage. And we can talk about how that happens and what happens with that. My goal was to bring you money-making opportunities, not jokes, not playing, not games. The moment you stop playing games, you'll find the mentor in me. Don't play any games. I don't play games, don't like games. They don't really do it for me. I like implementation, moving, making it happen. There's so much more out there, guys, that I have in my queue, just loaded up, ready to shoot. 2023 is going to be the most insane. I would suggest you leave this room if you're not going to engage, because really, truthfully, it's going to be embarrassing. It's going to be a slaughter. There's going to be so much opportunity buzzing around that you're going to be like, how do I get in? When all you had to do was engage now. And another thing, you need to learn the processes yourself, because if something happens to me, you want to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing and how to do it, right? Love you guys to life. Like I said, until we're sipping soup through a straw, boo-boo, I ain't going nowhere. God bless you all. See you on the other side. We got some great stuff coming up. Dr. Stan and Dr. Breakthrough's got the 15-minute call. I've got some stuff coming up too. I'm going to be on maybe one of the corporate calls for Numi. Bishop, it's almost the green light. Don't know exactly what the details are. Let's just say something is about to happen over in Ghana concerning Numi in Ghana and Bishop Bennett. So I could not be more proud of that man. I'm happy for him stepping up to the plate. He is the consummate example of what I've been telling you guys. This is really just engage, put your energy, match your energy with my energy. If you're giving me low energy, you're going to receive low result. But if you give high energy along with my energy, you're going to find, man, this is a nice little compliment. God bless you all. We'll see you on the other side.